I did it again. I pushed the button and I just instantly got thirsty. Why? Why is that? Hi, it's me, Scott. It's me, and I don't know if you'll be able to hear them, but the beer garden people are at it. They're at it, and they're loud, and it's really annoying. But that's fine. So I just want to, we did that work this weekend on. There's a weird wallpaper right now. It's a little distracting. We did that work this weekend on Heat as a worker, and we made some progress. And then I made a few tweaks since then. And then now I know I kind of understand how a few new things work. So we're gonna just do some new things. I probably won't stream super long, but I just want to tidy up a few things. We'll start just by looking at this guy. I guess the our little unsplash rotatey thing just runs in the background on a timer. Splash, splash. But we don't need that anymore because we like our new buddy. Uninstalled. Goodbye. We haven't done. I don't really know what to do with our new buddy or how I want to run it. I did set up my stream deck again, so we could add a button. Make an executable. What I probably should do is make bot made this support local calls. Yeah, we need to just have a serious bot made this stream. Paste up. Starting to get warm here too, so I have the windows open, the beer garden people. Oh, important news though. I won my prize. My covers were accepted, and I got my AirPods Pro that I traded those two songs for. They're branded with something silly. I'm not going to even show the company they're branded with, so maybe I'll put a sticker over that. But I am impressed, fairly impressed with these. I'm especially impressed by the noise canceling is quite good, which is good when you have a beer garden outside your window. Okay, so yeah, nice flamingo. I almost like it, but I don't like those dots in the sky. Those are suggestive sand dunes. We really should be logging the locations and stuff with these things. Kind of like that. We want natural wallpaper. Let's go with this. And then I realized that I also did not run the bot made this setup that like pauses backblaze and all that. Oh, why am I computer's struggling? What's wrong, task manager? Tell me your woes. Of course, Microsoft Edge. Sure, of course, the Twitch developer rig. Okay, so what actually, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I was making sure I didn't have any work stuff still open, because that would have been I don't want to expose my secrets. Okie dokie. So there's this thing. So I did a little bit more work since the last time. I tidied some things up. The main thing that I spent time on, I think it was 2 days ago, that was such a hassle and so annoying, was the JSON Web Tokens stuff. And I tried different libraries. I looked at it, probably a half dozen different libraries and approaches and read about them. And my favorite article about them was this vanilla JWT validation. Yeah, this. And this was just about signing, not what we need to do, which is decrypt and verify. Weirdly, decrypt is easy. Decrypting is, because they're not really encrypted. They're just signed. So like getting the data out of them is a snap. It's just verifying that the data is valid is a huge pain. And so basically, this person wrote through and talked about how it works and talked about how not good it is and how annoying the API is and what a pain it is. Yeah, like all this stuff. And there's these other things to that complicate it even more. And so yeah, basically at the end, the person's like, "Why is this so complicated? Like, why? What? Why?" It's like borderline unusable. And when you look at all the examples and all the libraries that are out there, it's very clear that people don't really know how it works in many cases, and they're just like cutting and pasting, or they like work for a very specific case and not for other cases. So it really sucks. And I also didn't want to include some huge, enormous node library with 7,000 dependencies for our whole service right now is 200 lines. So why would I add 10,000 lines of other code, which would just cost me money in the long run, really, because it's just going to increase the duration of the workers. So after lots of fighting and fussing and looking at all the libraries and trying to understand how it works, I was able to get it down to this, which is basically we have to look that we have the authorization header, and we set this, like Twitch gives us this token and we set it there. Then we've got to split off the token from the header. Then we have to like split apart the parts of the JSON Web Token, of which there are 3. And then we're going to need to encode text to binary, and we have this specific algorithm. Then we have to do, we've got to turn our secret into a byte string, which fortunately lots of people didn't support this, but this text encoder is supported in workers. So lots of people did this manually in their libraries, but we have access to text encoder, so it does it. It basically just says, oh, I have a string and I'm going to return it as a array of bytes, basically. And that it does the job well enough, I think. There may be some case where it doesn't work, but it seems to work for this case. And then we do this. So this is just to create the key. So once we've now created the key, which we encoded our secret, we ran this import key with our secret, and then this algorithm preset. This is the algorithm that we get from Twitch, and we're going to verify. That's great. Then we have to take just the data part, which is the first and second parts of the JSON Web Token. Again, there's 3 parts. There's kind of the header, there's the actual payload, which is your data, and there's the signature. And it's sure that's how it works. Then you have to take just the signature and just the header and encode those to bytes. But this is the part that kept hanging me up, which is so annoying. It's not base 64. So when you look at a JSON Web Token, it's not just base 64. And there's like some things about it that make it not just base 64. It's this thing called base 64 URL, which is barely a spec. Like it's such a joke of a spec where it's just like, base 64 is not URL safe. What if we took these 2 characters and replaced them with 2 other characters? So that's like my one helper function in this is just find those 2 characters and replace them with the actual characters they're supposed to be. And that honestly, it's not at all hard. It's just, I didn't realize it. I thought it was base 64 and it was this dumb other thing. Whatever. Then you have to verify that using this algorithm with the key that we created previously, the signature, which is this encoded version, this byte array from base 64, and the data, which is not just the data, it's the data and the header, which is also annoying and confusing. And then if you do that, then you verify it, then you're good. I don't know why the signature verifies the header also. I guess people could have tampered with the header. Anyway, so you get to that point, and then we're like, okay, we're good, we're valid. Now we decode the payload, and that's actually easy. You don't even need any crypto stuff. It's again, base 64 URL. You go from that base 64 encoded string back to a regular string. You parse it as JSON, and then you have the data, and then we grab the stuff out of it. So once and it's to be clear, this 20 lines or something, took me hours to get to because none of this stuff was very clear. None of it was like documented super well. So many examples were for like very specific use cases. So anyway, I think I got it. It mostly works great. The other thing I did was to do the forward the legacy URL. So in fact, we don't even need this. So we were already forwarding WebSocket clients to the old server up here. This was like our legacy forward. And then the thing we added was down here was any clicks that come in, we also broadcast back to the legacy server. And that seems to work. Now, the main thing I wanted to look at tonight is, and this is what I was a bit confused about, is when do I have to await versus not await, and how do I do it? This is one of the things I was confused about. So if we look at the fetch lifecycle, just the fetch. No, fetch event. So this is not what we're doing. We're doing the module-based version of this, and so it's a little bit different. But you know, they tell you when you use the fetch event, you're supposed to respond with, you can do a wait until and then pass it a promise. And the idea is that you can still respond. It won't block your response, but it will hang around long enough to let this, you know, if you're sending logging or sending these forwards or whatever, you don't have to wait around for stuff. You will get your response, which is good because our logging is really slow. So the thing that isn't clear, though, go to the fetch event lifecycle, is how you do that with modules. And so I had to find that documentation again because it was not clear. I'm trying to think even where it was. I can't remember if it was here or if it was on GitHub, because it's the module syntax is different, and they say like, oh, this is the future, this is definitely how we're going to do it, but they also say that it's maybe not quite done yet. Was it in the guide? I don't know if you can hear the loud people outside. We're never going to get DuckDuckGo is useless. We're never going to find anything on it. Wait, using module format for workers. No, this is just somebody asking. Are they going to link to the documentation? Probably not. Should also go see. I think there is a new rate version of the Wrangler. Module. I don't think it's in here. Maybe it's in this configuration. Yes, modules. So it's crammed into the documentation here. So it says it will be the default, but it's not quite fully supported. But the thing we need is it's this. And so we weren't using this context at all because it wasn't used in the example, and that's almost all the documentation we have on how to do the thing we're doing. So in addition to this, we also get a context. And so wait until and pass through, they're accessible from the context instead. Can I call it CTX? I don't know. So that means when we do this, I don't actually know what to do about this. On this particular one, or we can just return a fetch there. Like, are we supposed to return a promise there, or do we return a... Like, what do we do? What are we doing? Like the proxy stuff. We do a respond with, which I think is just us returning the response with a handle request. So that's just a response. So I don't think we have to do a respond with. I may be wrong. Almost the same. So we don't do a respond with, we just return. So like normally you would say respond with the thing. But in this case, we just return the thing. So does that mean in these cases, like on the proxy one, for example, seems like you just respond with the fetch and we don't await it. I mean, I think in general, we kind of want to avoid awaits at all. Except I'm going to leave that one probably because it came straight from the demo. So I'm going to assume that the Cloudflare employee that wrote that knew what they were doing. Because they very explicitly await. Because we await whatever goes on. So yeah. We'll keep that await. So our next await is, that's still handle errors. Okay, so like here, I think we do want to await that. That makes me slightly worried because I just realized we didn't await the validate. So maybe my valid thing is not actually working. Oh my gosh. Oh no, that fulfills with the Boolean, but maybe we're returning a promise and it's not actually working. Oh my gosh, what if that was true? It could be true. It could definitely be true. I think we got the key. Import key. Returns a promise. Uh-oh. Maybe everything I said about having it working was a lie. It could all be falsehoods. Oh man, that would be sad. Because it was a real pain to even get this far. Well, let's go look. Let's see how bad it is. If Glitch will actually let us log in. I couldn't log into Glitch earlier. It was just broken. Yeah, Glitch is just broken. Glitch is... It's doing the thing where I can't even enter a password. So let's try... This sucks. Okay. I need just a minute because Glitch is not good. I feel like Glitch was pretty good for a while. And then got not good. Real not good. Come on, glitch, buddy. Do it. You can do it. Maybe you can't. Maybe their magic link login is also broken. Well, F. Well, we got it. I was about to say, no reason we have to use glitch host our thing anywhere, but okay. Now what? Sign it. Do this thing. So this is just our logger service. Really, we could set up another worker that was the logger worker. If we could just watch that worker or something. Okay, so we need to do this, this, and this. It's not going to work, is it? It wasn't actually working. I thought I had it working and it wasn't actually working. How embarrassing. What a tragedy. I really thought I had it figured out. I really thought I did. Oh, so sad. So sad. I'm not gonna do that right now. Fix this nightmare. Want to do. Let me get back to what we're doing. Okay, so for some reason this is async. I don't know why, but it returns a promise. So we were. That was my own fault. I was checking I was looking at the promise as a bool, and not the actual thing. So that's just going to be annoying anyway. So this is what we got to figure out. That's almost our only await. Handle errors. We're going to await the handler. So what we need to figure out is a couple things. So we need the context all the way down here. So I guess we just have to pass the context all the way down. Do I know the context in here? I might not. I might not know the context in here. You'd think I would in the fetch. Let's see. You'd hope that I would in the fetch. Man, why are JSON Web Tokens so bad? Okay, we need to learn durable objects or whatever. They're fine. It's just the decrypting, or not even the decrypting. We got that. The verification of them sucks. Yeah. So why? So we don't have a context here. We only have the requesting environment, not the... Oh, the people outside are so loud. Well, that means the thing that I thought I was going to do. TXN. Transactional context. Okay, that's not the thing we want. Well, what is the proper way to do this? Like, it feels like we don't have a context. Yeah, they specifically say set up a logging service, wait for your asynchronous tasks with event.waitUntil. But waitUntil is we don't get an extendable event, right? We just get a state and an environment. Any bindings you have associated with the worker when you uploaded it. Class constructor, state specific logic, including method storage. And fetch only takes request, not a context. Well, then how do we do this? How do we do the wait until thing? Kind of makes it seem like you can't. Yeah, state is not. People outside are so loud. Takes a request, returns a response. But no context. Yeah, it's kind of weird that we don't get a event. We just straight up get the request. Does that mean we just can't do a wait until in a durable object? Wait, added support for wait until in durable objects. Like a week ago. How do you do it? It's a method on the state object passed to the durable objects class constructor. So we should be able to call a wait until inside. So that means anywhere that we think we needed to this was on the state. Do we not store the state? I'm using storage. So can I do this? So the thing we really care about doing is that. I mean, we don't care about the result. We just want it to happen parallel to whatever we're doing. And we presumably would want to do that for logging as well. So how... Who knows? Let's just see if that breaks. Oh, well, we only did it if there's a forward. So we need the... we'd have to send clicks to the new site. Wait, no, we should see that, right? Because we're saying if there's new... Oh, we didn't log anything there, right? So we just need to... What am I actually returning? Yeah, we return the promise. Okay. Okay. We get a legacy click forward, but we don't have to wait for it. So you can see that we're round tripping here before we even get that. So that's good. So that's snappier. So then the other thing we want to do probably is in our handle errors, give it a, and now we can do, just in our error handling, do the same thing. Something like that. And then we don't actually have to... Did we fix that? Okay, yeah. Okay, how's that? And the other thing we were going to do is open Old heat. Windows management is not good. It really annoys me that you cannot like cycle through individual windows of the same application in an easy way. There's not just a native shortcut for that. I'm sure there's a way you could make it up, but okay, so we want localhost 8080. And let's just /hello. Inspect. So we should see a legacy socket forward. No, that would only happen if we tried to connect to the wrong place. So if we deliberately connected to here, for example, we should get it. Legacy forward. Yeah, cool. Okay, so we're not blocking on those anymore, so that seems good, because that was certainly a performance problem. And then our error handler, is it good? I don't think it's good. Definitely not good, but we should just do the thing, and then if it explodes, we just return. It's broken. And then we'll try to stringify the thing and send it. We'd have to deliberately break something. Let's just try to deliberately break a thing. And we should both get the error back, and we should also log it, both. I didn't mean to hit that button, but whatever. It does take a minute to get the worker working. And we definitely don't want logging all the time, of course. Because it keeps the worker alive longer than it needs to be. I'm trying to make this break. You would think, you'd have thought that would break. But no. Maybe we just throw, I guess. Is that how you do it? I don't know how to throw, but who cares? Because if it's broken, it's broken, right? Throw in JavaScript, I mean. JavaScript, throw. Okay, we got a 500 error, as expected. And we should see, we didn't log it. Why not? Our context wrong. Handle errors. Our context is context, wait until, log message, message. And then we return the stuff. Or maybe that is the message. I don't know why it's empty. Okay, anyway. Okay, we threw, and that seems okay. So that seems a bit better. So one thing I just don't know about is normally when I read a WebSocket server, I would write it such that it was like explicitly trying to keep things alive and call them as needed and so on and on. Don't have that here. We do have something that at least says, or maybe I guess I added this after the last stream, that says we'll call it, we've got this little clear session. So if there is a close or error event, we'll just like throw the session away. And then we also have the thing that says if we try to send a message, but we can't, we'll also throw them away. So we're just, you know, really loosely filtering out anything that's, any sessions that don't seem valid, which seems okay, because then that means it's on the client to keep connected, and we just very judiciously throw away connections on the server. We still have no idea how to clean up these objects. I don't know. It doesn't offer. I don't think there is a way. Okay, so that feels good. I don't know why source tree decided that I should switch to desktop server. Why did you decide that, source tree? Oh, because you were already running here, but you're minimized. I see. We should be on. There is no project. Never mind. Okay, so we have feature parity with Heat, I think. Well, we don't. We don't support WebSockets anymore, but that's okay, because I don't care. And then we have legacy, where we forward clicks to the old server and we forward connections that look like they should go to the old server, and that seems right. Maybe. And so it kind of means that this is the thing, huh? I don't want to work on it. I don't know what part's broken. I don't know. Is the key right? Is the key wrong? I don't know. Who knows? Who could possibly know? Was it inappropriate to encode the encoder? What's sad is I think I may have had this working at one point and then like continued to like try to refine and simplify it and probably broke it in the process. Because it could be that this I mean, the text encoder, am I wrong about this? Seems like it takes in a string and gives you an 8 array, but from a UTF-8. It's so weird because that'd be more than 1 byte. So that feels like a little bit weird. Just every piece of it sucks, and it's so hard to know like where I may or may not have screwed up. Like, is this wrong? It could be that this is wrong, and so everything else is broken. You know, like it could be that this is wrong. It could be that this is wrong. It could be that this is wrong. It could be that, well, this is right. So like any of these things, really any of these things could be wrong. This could be wrong. The creation of the key, like data, the creation of the key, the encoding of this, the encoding of this, or the actual validation. And I don't know how to know if I've done any of it right or wrong. So let's go back to that article. It at least talks about the import key. They are doing something different. We have a raw key, which my understanding is it's just supposed to be an array of bytes. Yeah, they do this string to uint8. Maybe we should do that instead of the text encoder. Anyway, import key. We're using a raw key, so this should be the raw bytes. The key type, maybe I've got that wrong. I don't know. Maybe I have the privileges wrong. I don't think so. So really, like the string to uint8. Well, I just don't know. I mean, unless I think you're supposed to do the same thing there. Well, they're just calling text encoder. Text encoder encode. So that seems right. Do we get any kind of errors from these? Like, how do you know if it breaks? Key data is an array buffer containing the key in the given format. And I've said it's raw. Algorithm is a dictionary object defining the type of key to import, providing extra algorithm. HMAC pass an HMAC import params object. It sucks. This sucks so much. So a raw import, a JSON web key import, but that's not what we have. I guess we could well, how does this work? That's a message to encrypt, but how do I know? But this doesn't actually do what I want. I just want to like verify that I'm importing the key right, but that's not useful. Here's a dumb thing. So I started here and I said, okay, HMAC, great. And then I looked at it and it's like, oh, great. Examples. And then it says, see the examples on import key. And that's not one of them. Just show me it. Name, hash, length. That's optional. Okay. So what's supposed to go in here is name and hash. I believe it is SHA-256. SHA. Okay, let's try some things, I guess. Let's what do we know about in here? Maybe about state. Let's push that and see how we do. I didn't type that correctly. Cool. Very good. Let's take it a step at a time. See if we're getting the token and so on and on. Okay, this is our token. And if we go to that JSON Web Token main site, we go here. We go in here and we put this in. This is all the data that's in it, which is easy to decode. We can definitely do that. So signature, verify signature, HMAC SHA-256. We have a base 64 URL encoded header. So we need to, the header needs to be base 64 URL encoded. But that's okay because we didn't decode it. So that's fine. And HS256. Wish they showed how it works. Like showed what they're actually doing. All these implementations. Okay, we got that thing. Let's then log these three things, I guess, and make sure that we... I mean, it'd be weird if this is broken. I feel like I'm gonna have to reveal my secret on stream, perhaps. Maybe I can get a second one. I don't think I can. You only have one at a time. We can make a new one, but then it's annoying because then I have to go swap it out on Heroku, but whatever. Actually, you know what? Maybe I have the wrong secret. Because maybe I already updated it when I switched to Heroku. Okay. Let me just log into some stuff. Eat EBS. Settings. Reveal secrets. That looks like my secret. But I just want to be sure. Because I think I did like Wrangler secret. Wrangler secret list. What secret? Creating the secret. Updated the secret called secret. Let's publish again just to see. I don't think it's going to change anything, but we'll probably have to just start printing the secret to know what's going on, but I think that'll be okay. It'll be okay. Okay, so what did we say here? That actually looks wrong. Maybe not. In the whole token, weirdly seems like it came out of order actually. This is the whole token. This is the header piece, so we got the header. EY, whatever. We got that up to H0, and then XE to 5.8 we got. So those three pieces seem okay. It's interesting that they came out of order, but that's okay. Text encoding our secret, I think is what we want to do. I think it's right. I might be wrong. It is UTF-8 though. Web standards, what's it called? Could be that we are text encoder and decoder. You know, but decodes a string of data which has been encoded. So A to B. Decodes a string of data which has been encoded. Maybe I'm missing an A to B. Here. Because that is base 64 already. Maybe that's our only problem. It's probably not, but maybe it is. Maybe. I don't really have a way of knowing the... Yeah, unable to verify. Okay, but that seems right. Like we have this base 64 string. and it has been encoded. And I think our key was base64. So decodes a string of data which has been encoded using base64. Yeah, I think that's right. And then we want to could be the same problem with their signature. We may need an A to B here as well after we do the base64 URL decode. I'm not entirely sure about that. Because the data parts definitely say they are URL encoded. But I don't know how do we know that I actually did this? I don't think I fixed it. So yeah, the raw signature. Yeah, does the signature do it? So where's the thing? This just doesn't have decoding in it, so we're still broken. Yeah, we're still broken. Okay, so I don't know if that is actually supposed to be base64 decoded, but then we try algorithm F. So let's look at these other pieces. Like, there's definitely other people that have versions of this, but they just, like, this person actually seems like they cut and pasted from all over the place, but maybe somebody else cut and pasted. Also, there's really fun stuff where they seem to not really know what to call. So there's like 10 layers of functions wrapped around things. Yeah, like this one that is A to B, escape, decode, parse. Decode your output. I don't know. The signature part. And also, they don't actually do the verify. They do a weird thing where they like sign it and then they look to see if the signature seemed like it worked. So I don't know. But the secret UTF-8 to uint8 array of the secret. So what do they do to the secret when they get it? Assuming secret was just a string, but we don't know. We don't know what it was. What they do to it is encode, unescape, B to A it. What? To uint8 array. We decided that was just a text encode. Actually, this is to turn the signature. Okay, I see. So we get the signature. Well, what is it? We get an array buffer. And then we convert that to unique. Okay, whatever. So this makes it seem like the signature was base64. So we did do that to the signature? Yes, we decoded it. The A to B is what I'm really unsure about. So really unsure about this. And the algorithm. Like every part of that's what's so frustrating about this is like it is so unclear if any one piece of it is right or wrong. I don't know. What I know is that I can just literally take the key and stick it in that web validator with the token and it works. So like I have the pieces to know that it works. It's just this is really disappointing because I really thought I had it figured out, but obviously I didn't. And this like just kind of doesn't. Is this the whole thing? Like if there was something that just showed me the steps a little more explicitly, then I could step through and try to figure out like, okay, this matches, this doesn't match, and at least know what piece works and know, but since it's like a multi-step process in any one of those processes, I could be wrong on. So yeah, I mean, that's the easy part though. Like whatever I put in here, I don't think it is. It must not be. I don't think it is base 64. Or it is, but I don't think it wants to be decoded, actually. I think the secret is just a string. I think it is. I might be wrong about that, because when we look at the other one, don't you have to say whether or not it was secret was base 64 encoded? I don't know. Let's just try this. That's more X's here. That's our version number. That X is lowercase. Why not? But there's no, like, you know, it doesn't really show. Okay. Generated code samples based on the bit above. So this is interesting. Like, this is what we need to. Oh, that's them. Or these are like code samples. This isn't low level enough. Because I want the web crypto thing, and they don't do that. That, man, if you did that, I would be so pleased with you, but they don't. Because that's just the token, so it's not that useful. Oh my gosh, if you could just do the thing. Sad. JWT validation guide. I don't want to use any libraries. JWT debugger Chrome extension to parse and validate. Maybe it has more steps. No, it's just from them. Like if it just showed me the steps, I feel like I could figure it out. I'm kind of shocked there's just not a simple example of here's how you do it with the web crypto stuff. I got lost again. Invalid. Just decode it. Okay. So this would be set the HMAC shared key in hex, principal, or public key. Specify acceptable token claims. There's the acceptable algorithms. I don't actually care about these. It doesn't actually tell us why it failed. And it doesn't really show any interim steps, so. I don't know. I thought I had an idea for a minute, and then I didn't. This is a bummer. This is a sad story. Why is it so bad? And why do no examples work? Why? You know what? Actually, okay. Let's check this though, because there was somebody else did have. It's this. So these were. This one was close, but it only worked with a certain kind of token. These JWK, which we don't get from Twitch. So verify. But first we have to have a key. So where do we get the key? Decode. Decode's the easy part. Okay, this might be promising. We just gotta find the pieces. But I think actually the key to code comes from somewhere else. Like, where does the key come from, buddy? Verify the key. Who calls you? I don't think it actually makes the key for you. I think you have to make the key. Oh, yeah, right. They do the... Well, there's this signer. So they do raw. They do base 64 to array buffer. Which does do an A to B, and then it does this thing. I don't know, we really need to do that, because I think that's what the text encode does. But that does imply an A to B. I mean A to B. Okay, I'm just, whatever. We can change the key, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna log it. Okay, we feel like these are fine. Where do we get? We should actually make sure this is right anyway. Okay, show all my secrets. Show my secrets. And then we'll just double check. Actually, I should have kept the no, we're fine. You could tab. I want to tab between windows, not. What does that do on the stream when I do that? Does it do the thing? It does show the windows on that desktop. Okay. Anyway, we want to come over here. I'll log my secrets. This is the secret. So if we go to here, and we take this guy, and we're all good here. So let's pay careful attention here. XE35 is what we have now. But if we put this in, it verifies invalid. But if we do this, it is valid. So it is base64 encoded. So I believe I've convinced myself again that we do need to decode it. You can go away. I think we need to B to A this. I think. Because that's what we do, or that's what they do. I hate Windows window management. Bad. We do an A to B. And then we do this thing, but I think this is the same as the encoder.encode. I mean, oops, it was backwards. A to B. Pretty sure we already tested all this, but whatever. Okay, so, and then when they do their key, they have HMAC. They have this thing. Well, their hash, theirs is a little different. So maybe we should do ours this way. Because why not? Very slightly different structure. False, and then they're saying sign here, but whatever. And then we do want to be sure that we are awaiting that. Do we need to await encodes? Where is that encoder actually used? Nowhere? No, doesn't seem that you have to wait on an encoder. Okay. We've got so many X's. We're still unable to verify. Do we have any idea at all if... We just don't know. We just have no idea if we're making our key right. We just don't know the answer. we feel like it is base64 encoded, so cool. Debugger? This doesn't debug enough. I need more debugging. Okay, so, but like, how could we know? How could we know if our thing is right? Maybe the key is right, maybe it's not. We do not have any idea. Assuming our key was right, which we don't know, we would be in here, we would have it decoded. So that's just their structure of like what's raw. And I did it a different way. We have the raw header, the raw payload. And yeah, I mean, that's basically exactly the same, right? I'm just doing the decoded signature. They're doing this, which is basically the encoder encode. I'm pretty sure. Code the raw header and the raw signature. So they have a real signature. Let's see how they decode. The signature is just decode. They don't parse it the way they paste the other stuff, so it's just a decode. So what am I doing to get my signature? I'm doing all this stuff. Base64-year-old decode, and then base64 to bytes, and then maybe I don't need that. Okay, so they have this other thing. What does their decode do? Does this thing. Pad. Yes. Is that a problem? Should I do this? Then they have this decode Unicode. It's just so much crap. Like so many steps to say, oh, you got to take this thing and like massage it in 14 different ways. But that's to get the base64. Whatever. Let's just say that I'm okay with my little thing at the bottom to go from base64 URL to base64. Maybe I'm not. Then there's a decode Unicode where they're doing this replace again? Huh. But there is an A to B, which we do have. So, I don't know. It would be so helpful if that site would print out the steps. But it doesn't. Okay, so that's decode, and then that's wrapped by the... That's just the decoded thing, but it's not the bytes, which is when we actually use it. No, it is decode. Take me back. Decode. Oh, right. But then when we use it in verify, wherever, we do this thing that does this thing, and I think that is just the same as text encoder. I don't know why they're not using it. I don't know why they're not using text encoder there. Maybe that's a red flag. It just sucks so much. Do you think we could like figure it out from this validator? Do you think their code actually That would be too good, right? Like if it actually if they made it where you could know something. It's probably not. It's probably just all minified to hell and back. They've got Jose in there, it looks like. JWS verify. Yeah, pretty printed. But it looks like they just use some library. It's so sad. I really thought I had it, but I was wrong. So we're really gonna install 7 trillion dependencies? Where's the one that we found before that like had all the pieces? Like just this? This is all we want. But I thought there was like just a, we said there was just a node module. Yeah, that's just this. Is there some way to only include this? Yeah. Let's try this again. Such a defeat. I mean, I kind of want to try it and then just look at its output and compare it to ours, and then maybe we could figure out what's wrong. I mean, now that we did figure out our other module problems we were having previously, maybe it won't be that bad to get this working, or maybe it'll be a nightmare. I feel like this is not going to work though, because it's not actually, we don't actually have Jose. We have, I don't know if you're really supposed to call this Jose. It's just what I call it. Okay, so we have a node modules. We have, maybe it's Josie. Who knows? We have this thing. It exposes all this stuff. But we need node ESM runtime, so is that actually what we're supposed to be looking at? Oops. Let's see if we can even kind of run it. The answer to which is no. Ah, yeah, this crap. This crap. Why can't you resolve crypto? we use crypto. Crypto is resolvable here. You don't want to polyfill. I don't know how to do this. Does this just go in my Webpack config or something? What are you looking for? Browser doesn't contain a valid alias configuration. What? Cannot resolve util. What does that mean? I hate this already. What does that mean? Runtime sign. Dist node ESM runtime sign. Promisify from util. Util's right here. I don't see a promisify in there. It's the worst. It's the worst. I don't even care because I want to sign your stupid thing. I don't care. But presumably, just even though I've said I only want verify, you're importing other stuff. I wish I could just have it without all the other crap. Like, what do you think you need? JWS compact verify, WTD claims set, util errors. There's just so much garbage, and I don't care about it. I don't care about it. I don't care about it. Let's just try this. I don't know. Nothing works. They just, all these libraries suck. The core API sucks. That's the main issue down below. This is just needlessly complicated. Outrageously complicated, one might say. Okay, how do you verify stupid thing? We got it. Verify. Cool. What's a protected header? So let's just try this. Would have been nice for you to just include the full example. But okay. Maybe we can test this locally at least. That one mine? No. I don't trust it. Okay. And let's try this. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't know why you, like, you get that payload in the header anyway. I don't really understand why you... Oh, I have to, like, request. That's fine. Key object answer must be of type secret. What? What are you talking about? Hey, key-like. Key or function resolving to a key to verify the JWT with. What is a key-like? Create secret key? Do I have to just give it the, like, how do I do it if I have a... It's very convenient that they don't show the thing that you actually need. What? Maybe I wonder if, you know what? You know what? You know what? I think that's the library I used before. Maybe now that we know how to do stuff, we can actually use it. This is the one we used previously, so maybe we can figure it out.
Don't cry. Talk to me.
Who knows? Who knows? Oops. Just look at how we did it, I guess. Last time. Oh. What now? Util. What? JWS? Oh boy. Hey, that you can't clear those. Okay. What are you... What's wrong? Buffer. Util. Stream. Util. There's a bunch of node-ish stuff. Yeah, this sucks. It's just such a bummer. It's so annoying. Maybe... like, I guess something we could do is install... Well... like, we could just try to set up an Express server and try to just run it and get it working, and then try to just, like, sneak through and try to figure out how to do it. Like, just this one class of trying to verify the key is longer than our whole program. JWS. What's a JWS? I'm glad you asked. It's this thing. What is this? Node JWS. JSON Web Signatures. Cool. So is that actually the thing that the other thing just wraps? Is that what's going on? secret or private key. I mean, is this what we actually want? Hey, Sean Benjamin. What was the whole point of that other thing? Verify. Signature from JWS. Algo.verify. Verifier factories. Good grief. Now we're in JWA. Where are we now? Node sucks. It was just, I mean, I like Node for a lot of things, but if you actually want to know what's going on, it is abysmal. What do we do? Maybe this is why that one person did not even try to verify. They just tried to sign. The nice thing about trying to sign is you could see like that you actually got the thing out that you expected to get out. Well, whatever. I feel like this was not the plan. This was not the plan. I'd much prefer to do it myself. Just I'm at a bit of an impasse on how to debug this. You know? Because we could try to just like make the key and encode the data that we already know works. And then if we got the same thing out, I don't know. We could assume like to be able to sign. For the algorithm? And then what is private key? Got to import the key first. Yeah. And then the thing we are signing, the data, is just the combination of those two things. And then we want to know about the signature. So let's just try. I'm curious what we get out of it. Like if we tried to sign the thing that we know we already have, what do we get? So let's try to. Boy, this sucks. I'm gonna try to get it so we don't have to jump through all the hoops. So the first thing we need is the key, right? We think this is how we do that? But we don't know. And then we also need Is this thing? Maybe this somewhere else. Let's do this on a web browser somewhere. You know, assuming we have all the other stuff. Surely we have some. Yeah, great. Great. That's not what I wanted. No, not what I wanted either. I don't know what will happen if I do that. Go. Oh yeah. Coder. We need that. Oh, we need this thing and this thing. You turn to nighttime. Great. Nice try. I didn't mean to hit that button. Oh no. Okay, so we got a crypto key. Great. Now, if we were to try to sign instead of verify, keep messing up because you can't. It's kind of annoying. I should just make Control-C copy. So what do we need? We need the data. We need all this stuff. Just we want to sign it instead of verifying it, right? It's the same stuff. I think you just do that. And the stupid decoder. Maybe my stupid decoder's wrong. Who knows? Okay, so remember at the beginning of the stream when I thought that this worked? And I was so wrong. So wrong. So let's try. I think it's just key. data, and then a callback with the signature. I think I didn't do that right. What does it look like when you try to sign? Oh, it's a then. Sure. Privileges is signed, so that's right. Sign, sign. So it's not callback. It's a then. I'm lost. And we get an array buffer. Can I call a text decoder on this? And text decoder. What did I forget? What? Decoder. Text decoder. Oops, I just made that up. Dot decode. Kind of looks right. Well, it's decode, not decoder. That's our real problem. Okay, well that looks great. So what did this signature look like? Those are the same. My signature that I got from signing that data matches. So why does the verify not work? Very interesting. Can you actually get an error from this? Not a key for the requested broken. So an invalid access error. Ha! I want an error. Based on the encryption key is not a key for the requested verifying or when trying to use an algorithm that is either unknown or isn't suitable for the verify operation. Okay, however, like, right? This is the signature. We signed the data with the algorithm, the key that we have, and our data, and that was the signature. So how come when we put that signature in, we get a false? Algorithm is DOM string or object. Must match those passed into this corresponding sign. I mean, it's the same data we got out, right? Like, so this is kind of promising, but kind of discouraging. But Did I actually think this through properly? Is what I think is true, is it true? No. Wait, maybe that wasn't true. Maybe it's not the same. Okay, maybe a false alarm. Because we would have to decode out here as well. Right. And it's just like whatever. We should just be sure that we are decoding the thing we think we're decoding in here. I think I was wrong. I think it didn't match, which would make more sense, even though it's sad. Okay. Weirdly... Wait, okay, that's why. Okay, it doesn't match. So that's what the signature should be. Is the bottom one. But in the top is what our signature is. So what did we try to do? We tried an A to B. Try it without that. I think we have to have that. Is it the base 60 per URL decode? Is it a dumb padding thing? Because we saw that padding stuff. A uint8 array is there. And when we look in here and we see the uint8 array, it's 4670, so it's just not the same thing. But that could certainly mean that we're doing something wrong with any one of these. And just to be clear, this person, the data is the protected thing and the payload. I really wish they had a verify example in here. But they don't ever actually use it. That would have maybe helped. I just feel lost and embarrassed that it's this hard. I really thought I had it. It's just a silly mistake that I didn't. Wait, that's not right. This isn't right. This is supposed to be the raw payload. So was that wrong over here? How many times did I look at that and just have it totally wrong? That's supposed to be the raw payload. Pretty sure. Who knows? Let's publish it. I don't think it'll work. Well, that was just a silly mistake. Have I been fighting this for hours because of a silly mistake? Probably. Would not be surprising. Okay, now we need this thing. It's not going to work, right? Unable to verify token, maybe. Yeah. Okay, that was definitely wrong, I think. think. The raw header, the raw payload, separated by a dot. Because that's what we're doing here, right? Sign. I'm gonna stop soon. So frustrating.
I just want to go back.
What was the protected? String to URL base 64, but that's already what it is. So we're just putting back what we got out, and I think that's right. So just to be sure, the order of our thing, or I guess here, is we have the header, the payload, the signature, and then the header and the payload. Yeah, I think that's right. Raw header, raw payload. Maybe we imported the key properly. Who can say? What was the wrong one? Something just seems really different about it, you know? So does that mean we have to do a base 64 URL encode first? The new signature. Or do we not do that? Do we just go straight to this? I don't think that was our original signature. Not even close. Am I signing in the wrong order or something? I just like so off target. So off target. And I don't even care. Like it's for such a trivial thing. That's slow also. I don't know. I like am very tempted to just not deal with it. But if we wanted to start charging bits, we would definitely care about this. So, Eesh. is pretty weird because you kind of would think that you could. I'm just blindly guessing at the moment. So there is some base, like some URL stuff in there that gets swapped out that our terrible URL encoder thing catches. It's base 64. So what comes out of that is just an array of bytes, right? So we do have a new uint array around that. Which I don't know that you really need because it's in the array buffer, but maybe there's a reason to do that. Maybe this is where we need our... Oops. I mean, even if we just, whatever, like you try to ignore all of the nonsense. Wow. So this is us trying to say we had the raw signature. We had the URL decode. Do we? That's just to get to a string, and we're going to go to binary, and then we're going to encode that into a uint8 array, which is the thing that we want. On the other side, we're going to say we get that data, and then we just immediately turn the array buffer into uint8 array, and we log it. So what is actually the problem? Is it the algorithm? Is it... I want to look at one more thing, and then I think I'm done for the night. Let's go back to OG EBS and just see if there's something different about... It's actually a bummer that just a bummer that Cloudflare doesn't support this. I mean, they have all of web crypto, but there's no like convenience methods, I guess, that I know of. And the header thing we get is HS256, which I think means HMAC Maybe I have these wrong. Maybe it's not. No, HMAC SHA 256. That's the thing we're trying, right? And I think it actually breaks if you have one of these wrong. Or it should. Yes. It's actually weird that that is 32. Or that that other one's 51. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 52, 53. Is it because we don't have padding? Is it the padding? Just let's see. I hate you. Just let me copy the thing I want. Just what if I did this? Okay. We do the URL decode, right? We definitely do that. I think if we don't, it freaks out. Yeah. So it does seem kind of weird. Like, why is that 50 something bytes? Doesn't that seem weird? I mean, that's what we got back out of this thing, though. So we think that it's right. Why'd you just freak out? I freaked out, man. XE. And if we do this, but it is base 64 XE. Wait, is that what I had here? I don't know, man. Is this wrong? Yeah, you'd think it'd be 32 bits or 64 bits. I don't know where the 51 comes from, except that, like, encoder.encode. A to B. Should that be a decode? Oops. Why am I in insert mode? Nobody knows. Oops. That's not the one I wanted. A to B. I'm just guessing. I just want to see what comes out of some of these things. Yeah, right? It would have to be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. There are 32 characters there. Like, is it deciding that those... Maybe we want that array map thing. This thing? Let's just borrow this for a second. On here. What's it called? UTF-8 to binary string. Sure, give us more stuff. What a nightmare. It's such a nightmare. What a terrible, unusable, awful API. What? What now? 59? uinterarray.from. I don't think that's the problem though. I only saw people talking about this thing. This thing. Well, we did it and they still don't match. So great. Cool. 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 And if we didn't do this, it would just break, right? Yeah. So we do that thing. We do this thing. We get this signature data. We have 32 bytes, which feels like it makes a little more sense. But they're the wrong bytes. But we can try this. This is the last gasp for tonight. What did we do wrong? We break our key somehow. Anyway, so I mean, our key could certainly be busted in any number of ways. What's wrong? Put a value is not of type or verify is broken. For what? Signature wants to be an array buffer, not a uint8 array. Down buffer. Oops. What's not? What is not? Signature data. Verified? False. False. So I don't think it's going to work even if we try to cram it back into our land. I had the raw signature. We base64 URL decode it. We turn it to bytes. We make a uint8 array from that for each char code. Assuming that actually worked. Like, if I had a working example that would let me see the pieces step by step, and I could just understand that, like, oh, okay, the way I'm making the key is wrong, and then I could focus on fixing the key. But since it is such a, like, closed... I mean, we could, yeah, I don't know what to do other than try to get some library. It's just going to be terrible, you know? Like, it'll be terrible trying to step through. Did anything differently happen here? Nah. So that could be because of the key. It could be because of the algorithm. It could be because of the data. Right? Where is that? Because this person, they do verify by signing again. So they do the raw key, they have key data, which they have some thing that they cut and pasted from somewhere. somewhere. Yes, which is this, which shows all this stuff, all this very exciting stuff. They have a B to A on the secret, which I think we decided. A B to A on the secret. Not an A to B? A B to A? Where? Okay, but we could, I mean, we could just for now grab this thing just to try to get the pieces working and grab this thing. It's so annoying. We call this on our secret? I'm so lost now. Something's still broken. Okay, we have that thing. We got all these very important things. We have our secret is that's all that happens to our secret. Right? That's all that happens to our secret. To make the key data. That's it. UTF of the secret. Okay, so assuming that the secret's just a string. Okay, then we said raw. We have that key data. Import algorithm. We think is this. Base 64 URL stringify. That whole thing. We still think that data is just those two pieces put together. So I think data is okay. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think data is as we have it. It's the header and the payload. Like if you look here, all they do is say the partial token, take the first two and join them together. That's it. I mean, we could just do this literally. The token parts. and then we have a partial token, and then what do we do to that? Then we're going to turn that into uint8 array. So that's our data. So we want that same. Oh, we weren't doing that before, were we? Sign messages uint8 array. Is this the thing we're missing? That's not where that goes. Data. You. Still very wrong. Okay. So do we do it right? So the result, we just do want to create a new uint8 array, so that's right. And then the signature part should be, okay, so we call base 64, yeah, this whole thing. Which is wrong. So the signature part was, that's our raw signature, right? So we're still quite off. Oh, it feels like we're... It feels like we're not super far. Like, what did we miss? The token, the secret, the algorithm. Token's just the token. The key data is just UTF-2 uint8 array secret of the secret. And then we take that with raw key data, algorithm, false, and I did verify and sign. Is that the right signature here? XE, end in 58. Seems like we're good up to here. Okay, then the data. Split 0, take the first two, join them with a dot. Very silly way to do this, but. And then the data is partial token in this case. And that seems right. I don't think this is actually helping us. Where are we using signature data? Yeah, well, you're a whole other. We don't care about you yet. Well, we just get very different values when we sign this. And to be clear, it's That's the raw signature we started with, and then when we try to sign it again, we get this totally different raw signature. And when I was trying to do this, it was definitely not working. Like when I tried to use this library, it was not working. The secret. That's our secret as far as I know. The token is secret the algorithm. Oh no, man. That's just so sad. Wait, let's see. Who is this? Okay, watch from 41. Oh, you got that thing. What's your problem? Function. Function? I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to stream this for so long. What, Trump? $64, huh? Algorithm must be a string. What? Must it? Oh, because they literally just want this. And we also need I don't like that. Ready to say, just say false. Great. Very good. Which, you know, we thought we need that at least. Maybe their code doesn't work. It's just such a mess. Is there anything else we can try tonight? I really want to be finished. I mean, I'm just trusting that this person's code works. Maybe it doesn't. Could be something about the key. Something about the secret. It does assume that the secret is base64 encoded, right? That's the D2A. Which I think it is. I mean, that's the only thing that's a bit weird. Is that how you do that? It's interesting. They give me the same result. So that's their version with XE and RB. But instead, XE and RB. So I feel like encoder encode does the same thing as this, has all the code up there. Who knows? B2A around to this guy. Gives a different result, not the result we want. A to B. Who knows? We're just making up stuff. Wait, how did our first number change? Oh, I just added that. I see. Yeah. Yeah, so that we get the same thing out with text encoder to code that we get from that thing for whatever that's worth. So us doing this seems like it should be the same. So we'll get RB. Yeah. It feels like we might need that. But maybe not. Actually, I'm confused. Why was that not any different? Oh, not there. Here. Like if it was ASCII. Partial token. And that's just uint array of what comes out. I don't know, man. And our dude didn't like. All these windows, get out of here. It's sad. It was a sad story. Is this really right? Does this actually work? Have to encode and do the thing. Sign weirdly doesn't take the algorithm, but it's optional. HS256. Yeah. One more test. One more test. This is it for real. Maybe. Maybe this is it for real. Oh yeah, I deleted the token. Oh no. Do you know the token? Do you know the token? Didn't we have it up here at one point? No. No, none of this. Get out of here. Where's the place we actually had it? We're never going to find it ever again. That's lame. Oh wait, token's right there. The token came from the thing. Why didn't that work? Shh. Gosh, get out of here. Is the glitch just broken now? Violating terms of service PBR. What? What are you talking about? Of course, Glitch wants to make this worse. Thanks, Glitch. Because I Paps blue ribboned the server. I gotta work out and go to bed. Okay. Line 4. What are you talking about? I'm gonna make a new JWT. Are you kicking me off again? Come on! What are you talking about? That's annoying. That's real obnoxious, Twitch. Thanks for nothing. I mean Glitch, but also Twitch, why not? Okay. What's her problem? Because the token this should just like do its own thing. Right? Just like oh, what's wrong? Like 84? Token must be a string. I'm gonna call verify. Your problem. Promise. Okay. Okay. So that says it's valid. And if we go here now, and we instead say that the token is or whatever, payload. We say that's the payload. So we made, that's the token, and that's the payload, and that's the secret. Which EY and end. So that seems right. So it's EY and that's EY again. And of course the signature is wrong because we would expect it to be. And then do I have the secret in here? Oh yeah, secret. The secret but that ends up with that RB. What are you, RB? You. What are you? Let's just try one more thing. I keep saying one more thing, but hey. Cool. Wow. Not you. And that gives us the UG. So I don't think that's it either. I just don't get it. Unless maybe this is goofball URL. Maybe it's not. That doesn't look promising. Still UG. It's just not the thing we would expect. Not the thing we would expect. That is our payload. That is our algorithm. Unless the way it makes like type for the algorithm. That could be a thing, right? Algorithm. I mean, is it, you know, you just don't know. Just don't know. Tip. This makes it feel like this one is just wrong. You know, because I put one thing in and something else comes out. Compared to this, I mean. Although their other thing worked right, it's just this base secret is base 64 encoded. Which kind of feels like you'd want to call it A to B somewhere. But they do. They call A to B on everything, I think. Which is really weird. If the so it kind of feels like this particular implementation maybe just doesn't support base 64. I mean, actually, that's a question. So what if I go here and I uncheck this? What do I get? I get the RB. I get the RB. So the RB is what happens when it thinks it's not base 64 encoded. So Like, doesn't this give me the RB? RB. So it seems like it's our secret handling that is the problem. But this is going to throw a bunch of errors in the script, right? Like it's going to be mad that our secret's on a string. But that gives us an ub. And that gets us a was. Like it just doesn't. I just don't understand. Oh my gosh, it's 10:30. Secret must be a string. Shh. Shh. Hush. I mean, that's the problem, right? Is the base 64. I just don't know. I don't know how to fix that. Support for buffer secrets was number 3. I'm not sure this is necessary, but I'll look into it. Seven days ago, the person said they might add the buffer support. Yeah, the secret. Secret. So like, is there just something? I feel like we tried all variations of this that I could think of like everything that we could do here. Although that's interesting because is it? Not you. I don't want base 64. I want base 64 URL decode. Maybe we opened that another window. This is this thing, right? Axio, how's it going? You're cooking. It's time to go to bed. It's bedtime. I gotta go exercise and go to bed. Oh, I'm sorry I missed your earlier messages. I was in the zone. In the zone of anger. I don't normally like to exercise right before bed. It's just I'm accidentally streamed way longer than I meant to. Yeah, the danger anger zone. I'm in the anger zone. Because I don't know what I'm doing, and it's frustrating. I feel like I have now narrowed it down to the piece that is wrong, which is good, but I don't know how to fix it. So that might just have to wait for tomorrow. Highway to the anger zone. How was your day? You get a time for a midnight snack? So like the key data, we want a uint8 array from. I just don't know what to do to this thing to get. Let's try this one more time. Base 64 to uint8 array. Oh man, bad work day. Jobs are just not my favorite thing, you know? Convert data URI to binary. That's not what we want. Let's have a base 64 string. A base 64 string to a uint8 array. Yes, I think is what I am trying to do. And I've tried multiple ways to do it. Like this thing. But I just can't seem to match the results that this online verifier gets. This is a way that people do it sometimes. All right, break. Interestingly, it doesn't like this. So is this accidentally a base 64 URL, not base 64? Which is a dumb thing that exists. I don't know. I wonder if Twitch's documentation says that. I don't want it in Swift. Like the whole premise of base 64 URL is dumb. It's dumb. Yeah, this whole nightmare. So, which is supposed to switch stuff, pad it. I mean, maybe that's our problem. Well, unfortunately, it's a base 64. Well, it's two things. One, I don't think I have buffers because I'm in browser land, not a node land. But it's not base 64, I don't think. I think it's actually base 64 URL, which is really just base 64 with some stuff swapped out. Like it's a very silly spec. There's just two characters that are not valid for URLs. And so I think they just swapped them. That's not the right thing. Now I'm lost. Yeah, it's like my... We said we want to decode the secret because it's got to go through and it's got to replace these characters. But I don't think that's my problem. I don't actually think that's my problem. But that really looks like... Oh, unless it already messed with my secret. No, it didn't. Wait. Decode. Yeah, it should be an A to B. It's a very silly thing, and it's very annoying because it just adds yet another layer of complexity to this whole thing that is already insanely annoying and complex. I'm actually surprised at this though. Why does A to B not work after I do that? That doesn't really make any sense because that definitely looks like I mess up my secret. Oh, I'm already calling A to B on it. That's why. That's why. So wait, don't do this. Don't do that. Do this. What did I break up here? Nobody knows. Do this. I had a secret A to B. Where did my stupid server go? Okay, we tried it yet again, and doing it this way, which I still would have thought is the way to do it. Let's try one more time. We'll add the decode there. I've said I'm going to try one more time like 7,000 times tonight because I'm so stubborn. Yeah, we still get this. The thing that would happen if you weren't base64 encoded is the thing that we continually get. Because if we go to that, let's just verify this one more time. If you go to this fun place and we stick our token in here, token. That was not the token. Okay, let's verify two things, in fact. One is, and then we put our secret in here. It's a very good secret. And then we go down here and we say, my secret is base64 encoded, and I put this in, I get this XE string. If I say it's not base64 encoded, I get the RB string. So when it's not base64 encoded, you get RBC, ends in J8. When it is, you get XE. So I'm over here, and I did the thing that really looks like the thing that I think you should do if it is base64 encoded, which would just be an A to B. This seems extra broken though, because I'm like just randomly changing things now, and it seems like it's not. Yeah. So the decode doesn't make any difference. UANT data array, that is a lot of stuff. You're eating Velveeta? When I was very young, many years ago, Velveeta was a part of my diet, but that has been, I haven't eaten cheese in 20 years. Oh, I think this year, I think we're right around I think I've been vegan for 20 years. That's weird. Yeah, why? Why? I mean, I can eat cheese made of nuts, nut cheese, which is a weird thing to say. I feel like we're so freaking close. I feel like we're like right at the edge of this. There's like these tree nut cheeses, You can get them here in Portland. They're actually pretty good. Some of them are quite good. Lots of fake cheese is terrible. Terrible. Daya, disgusting. But these are actually pretty good. These are okay. There's also a place here called Utopia that has plant-based cheese. It's okay. It's all okay. Vile Life, I think there's some okay. There's some that's okay, and there's some that is disgusting. Why? It seems like I'm treating it like it is base 64 encoded. Secret base 64 encoded. If I don't do that, it's like, no, it's just a string. You weren't base 64 encoded. Oh, you are base 64 encoded. Is there some other magical trick? Because I know there is a dumb problem. There's like other considerations potentially, but it really seems like it should just be A to B, right? Right. I think it's mostly cultured in some way. A to B really seems like the thing I would need if I thought it was base 64. One thing. I keep saying one thing. I seriously just need to stop falling apart over here. Yeah, it's 32 bytes, which seems like a number that would make sense. 32 bytes seems like, sure. Okay, I'll give you a secret. It's literally the secret that no one is supposed to know, but also because it's broken right now, it's not doing anything anyway. There's so many steps to this that are really complicated. This is the base 64 string. That's the base 64 string. And I seem to get the same result whether or not I try to decode it, which is really weird. I mean, that's not true. If I just don't decode it at all, I get some other totally nonsensical. No, I get the same thing. It's like A to B. It's like A to B does not work. Or, okay. JavaScript. Base 64 to uint8 array. That's what I'm trying to do. I know there's like character set problems or whatever, coding problems coming from the web or whatever. It does. It should decode to like, I think it's 32 bytes. And so I tried some online converters and I can look at them and be like, yep, that's sure some data. But like this is basically what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. That's this. That's just this. This is just a fancier JavaScript version. Although that's to an array buffer, but whatever. That's a 16. Yeah, it just looks up and it just gets the care code and then does the... That's to make a uint8 array and just loop through the raw string. Like we could do it in multiple steps, but you know, unless actually, wait a minute. Maybe there is something with this syntax that is being too fancy. Okay, I could almost see how that could be a problem. So this was the person, that was the fancy person. Base 64 to buffer. Everybody being so fancy. Why you gotta be so fancy, everybody? What's the top answer? It's just this. That's to an array buffer. We would just return bytes instead. Just return this. Just doesn't seem right. This is the last thing I'm trying. This is it. For the rest of my life. Or at least till tomorrow. Did not mean to work on this for this many hours. Banging my head against nothing. And I get the same thing. I'm really confused. It'd be one thing if it just was like random crazy data. I would be like, okay, whatever, it's random crazy data. But the fact that I get this, actually, yeah. We loop through, we get the care code. It's 32 bytes. Makes sense. It's just the thing that doesn't make any sense to me. Wait a second. Have I been logging the wrong thing this whole time? I think I've been logging the wrong thing this whole time. Because this was changing. That definitely changed. What am I actually logging? Am I not logging what is coming out of the sign? That'd be pretty funny if I've been logging the whole thing, wrong thing the entire time. That's the token that would come from the sign, that would come from the secret. Oh, the thing I just did, I only did in the verify. So let's try to do that thing not just in the verify. And try to do it here. This file is a mess. Okay, and now I need to put back the thing I just broke. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. It works. Actually, you brought me good luck. You brought me good fortune after I worked on this for hours and then was printing the wrong thing. I don't think I was printing the wrong thing for that long, so that's okay, but I was not noticing that the thing was changing. So that is actually what we would expect. So the thing that we have to do, which I'm not going to do today, is go through this nightmare and try to like pare it down to something that actually makes sense. Because in particular, like in here, in some of this stuff, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of nonsense that is not necessary. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Like, for example, even in this thing that we just did, well, let's just try this. I don't, it actually wouldn't surprise me one way or the other if this worked or didn't work. Didn't work. But if it was an encoder.encode A to B secret, because I thought that worked before all this started. And then I convinced myself it didn't. It doesn't work. It does not work. So you can't just do that. You do have to do some kind of nonsense. Interesting. So what's going on here that is that different from the... Let's try that. Where's that fancy example again? The fancy example, which is this. Yeah, that fancy example does work. There's just all this crap. All this crap. And we have to have something that turns the base 64, at least this part, this dumb thing, this replace, that's like, because this would be base 64 to uint8 array, and basically this would be base 64 URL to uint8 array, and we could pull out some piece of that. What a huge pain in the butt. Okay, so we don't actually need this because it's redundant. Yeah, so much of this stuff can just go away. I mean, of course, like we'll go through this and try to actually figure out what's going on. But of course, most of the error checking and all that stuff we don't actually need. And we don't even really care about decode. We already know how to do that. Our decode already works. It was just the verify. We just couldn't get verify. So really, if we could get this verify, not terrible. So the part here that is a nightmare is this UTF-8 to uint8 array is the part that is a real treat, which really just wraps like 10 different things. So what if I didn't have this, for example? Like, my feeling is whoever wrote this just threw the kitchen sink at it trying to get it to work. Like, that's not actually necessary. I don't think that's necessary. Yeah. This probably is necessary, and this is necessary. What a tremendous pain in the butt. Okay, just to let me check one more thing. Because we don't actually care about sign either. Yeah. It works. It does work. So we don't care about this. Well, wait. That's not true. This almost, maybe this is almost right, but they don't actually do a proper verify. They just do this thing again. Okay, so I have to be done. Axio, thank you for bringing me inspiration and willpower and strength with your Velveeta stories. And I can't believe I just spent 3.5 hours on that. I didn't want to. You're a hero, Axio. I will stream again soon, maybe not tomorrow. I don't know. I have to work now during the week. It's outrageous. We'll try to get past that part of my life very soon. Anyway, Axio, thanks for hanging out. Anybody else who stopped by, thanks for hanging out. Have a lovely evening and goodbye.